Hey VC, it's Mazzy here with Whack-A-Mole number 4. I wasn't going to do one so quickly, but I want to do a shout out to Psych in the Valley. Is that it? Psychedelic? Psych in the Valley in the UK, because I was watching one of his videos, I think he did it a while ago, with some British UK folk rock moody music, things like Fairport Convention, Pentangle, a lot of my favorite bands of that period. And because of that episode, I just bought 2 records and they arrived this morning. I haven't even listened to them yet, but I wanted to thank him for Midwinter. This is a different cover. It's a German import and it's the only one I could find online. I couldn't find it in my local in Seattle, any of my locals. Luckily, we have a lot of record stores here, but I checked 3, couldn't find it. But the way he described it really intrigues me. And the other one is Shirley Collins, so I don't have any Shirley Collins records. This is with Davy Jones. Davy Graham. And I'm looking forward to this. So I don't even know this record. So thank you, Psych in the Valley, for turning me onto this stuff. I mean, all of us onto it, and I really appreciate that. So I'm going to do a quick whack-a-mole. It's where I just randomly pick 5 albums from my collection, reach back, pull them out, and just talk about them for a minute or so. That's it. Here we go. Number 1. Ow. I left these doors open. I think every time I say this, I'm going to remove the doors. I can do that. But, I'm getting to that point where some of my records are too tight, which is not a good thing, so I need to loosen them up through the big shift. Elliott Smith. Reissue of Either Or, expanded edition. You can't have too much Elliott Smith, that kind of dirgy, moody, folky, somewhat depressing because of his personal situation of how do you stab yourself to death? I mean, I know it happens, but don't want to get into, there's that question. The family doesn't think that happened, but I don't want to get into personal things, but just beautiful music, right? Elliott Smith, there's number 1. In fact, I never go behind these things, so I'm going to pull Bert Jans down and pull something from this shelf. What can I say? Elton John, Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. This is an import. Is this the colored one? Yeah, this is a fun. I have an original there too, but I just couldn't resist. I'm not always a big color. I don't know why I got this. I think mine was well played from when I was a kid or teenager or 20s, whatever. 1970, what, 3 or 4 it came out? Anyway, you get the picture. 2000? Oh, whatever. This is 2014. Yellow Brick Road. What can I say? Elton John, retiring, last tour. Go Elton. Great songwriter, especially those first 5, 6 albums from 70 to 75, 6. Amazing records. Whatever you want to say about pop music, great records, right? Anyway, we'll take down Buddy Holly and see what's behind Buddy Holly. I feel like a game show here. This kind of a game show, right? The Dillards. You guys know Doug Dillard and Bluegrass. This is actually a review copy, what they used to do back in the day, and this is on Elektra Records, right? Yeah, with Byron Berline, or Berlin. I always thought it's Berline, but the Dillards, and Dillards did records with Gene Clark from the Byrds, very bluegrassy country, pickin' and fiddlin'. But I love this kind of stuff. Is this a mono copy, I believe? EKL. Yeah, it's my mono copy. Pretty nice stuff. Can't have too much country bluegrass in that vein. Really good root stuff. Love it. What can I say? Just good music is good music, no matter the genre, right? So those are 3 records. Let's go for number 4. Man, this could put an eye out down here. These drawers here. Or those doors. Okay. Why do I laugh at everything? It's my collection. I shouldn't be laughing. The Bee Gees, Odessa. An original copy I got as a cutout when I worked in record stores back in the 70s. So it's not a first pressing, I don't think. In fact, maybe there only was one. Who knows, you know? But this is with the, oh, you know how that makes you feel when you put it on at night, right? That velour cover. This is a great album. This is one of those records that pretty much sort of bombed when it came out, but there's a couple of songs. Marley Pert Drive. It's pretty much the Bee Gees sounding almost exactly like the band. I don't do cuts here, but put on that song and think of the band. Kind of country rock, Marley Pert Drive. Great record. I love this record. It's guilty pleasure. So that's number 4, right? One more record for Whack-A-Mole. Oh. I keep saying this, but seriously, my favorite album by this artist, Phil Ochs, Pleasures of the Arbor. Another, wow, 2 suicides out of 5. It's pretty high there, right? Beautiful record. One of the golden voices of folk pop music. This one's a little more, this is an epic album. Really great stuff. Flower Lady, his so-called hit Outside a Small Circle of Friends, Pleasures of the Harbor. What's beautiful about this is Lincoln Mayorga's piano playing on this is such a gorgeous thing. But if you don't have this record, you need to have this record. It's a beautiful, beautiful record if you like that folky thing. Very orchestrated. But if you like dirgy folk stuff with an emotional tug, a little political, but more introspective than his outright political protest records. But Pleasures of the Harbor, Phil Collins. That's it for today. Mazzy's Whack-A-Mole. Bye, and thanks for the turn on.